Hey, it's James here from TraderDudes.com. You can probably see in this chart here what I'm about to talk to you about today, and that is this pin bar right here. A fantastic looking pin bar, almost textbook looking pin bar. But as we know, a pin bar is absolutely meaningless without a story behind it, without some sort of context. So what's the story behind this one? Right, if we zoom out to the weekly chart and just makes it easier for us to look at, you can see I've drawn up, you can see that we're currently, we have a main move up just now and we're currently going down sort of longer term. So because we're currently in this retrace, we can draw some Fibonacci levels. Okay, so we've got this one that's drawn here. This brown Fibonacci level is the main swing up. Okay, this other Fibonacci level here that you can see here is the swing, is the second swing up. So, and that's from here to here. So I'll get a line. So the first swing is from this low to this high, and that's that. And the most recent swing up we have from this low to this high, and that's here. But the Fibonacci is just one of the things we're going to look at today. So right, let's go back to the daily here. Excuse me. And so we look at this the bigger picture here, and we can see there's a lot of noise here. Okay, a lot of traffic in this area. So we do expect, because of this move that's just happened, this sort of fast move down from here, we will be expecting some sort of reaction. It's almost, it's not impossible, but it's almost impossible that price is just going to go straight down through this. There's just too much traffic. There will be orders there from before, that kind of thing. So anyway, right. Like I said, this is all about finding a few things that will swing the odds in our favor that this pin bar would work out. Like I said, we wouldn't trade a pin bar on its own, but if we can find a number of factors that further our edge, then we can have we might have a good trade in our hands. So, right, the first thing you can see is that, I don't know if you can see it too well, but we have the 0.9300 round number. That's here. So the price is just bouncing off that round number. That 93 ends in 00. So there's a small factor that's in our favor. The next one is that we have the 62 fib level. That's on the most recent swing high that I showed you earlier, the grey Fibonacci. Unfortunately, we're only between the 38 and the 50 level on the brown Fibonacci levels. So there's not really much for us there. We've come down near the 50, but we're not there yet. But like I said, we're at the 62 on the sort of most recent swing high. So that's another factor in our favor. Now, yet another factor is, if we zoom out a bit, okay, we have support resistance here at this level. Now we didn't get a reaction here that was of interest. Well, I certainly wasn't interested in it at the time. But if we look to the left here, we can see that there's a fairly decent support resistance level here. It's not so much just support resistance, it's more of a sort of a price pivot zone. Price is sort of coiled around it. I mean, it's found sort of a little bit of resistance here, some there a little bit far away, some there, a little bit of support there, resistance, some support there, resistance in there, very difficult for you to see, but it's there, some there, and a small amount of resistance there. So if we extend that line on, you know, there's definitely something there. It's not fantastic support resistance, but certainly worth a look, you know, and something that would add to our edge. So, you know, overall, you know, what have we got? We have, you know, a decent swing, a fairly quick move down. Let's zoom in and I'll show you that again. And that's this. You know, it's all about momentum. So we've had a lot of momentum down, and you know what that means? It means that, you know, should we get a reaction, you know, we've got a decent chance of it coming up again. Now, the one thing I want to add to this is, okay, for all those factors we have in our favour, remember the number one rule is where's the problem going to occur? Where are we first going to encounter issues when we enter a trade? Where's price going to stall? Now, the first place it's going to stall is right here, okay? Because we have this previous support level right here. So, and you know, it's already reacted off there. Price has reacted there. It's already reacted on the second bar. So we have that. Now, what's interesting is if we go down to the 4-hour chart here and we look at it now, we can see that, you know, our pin bar, because there's a 4-hour chart, our pin bar is basically the last 6 bars or 7 or whatever. So, you know, that's our pin bar. So we'd be going long. You know, if we were to look to go long, we'd be looking to go long here, and we want the trade to go up from there. So like I said, if we look here, you can see that we have this previous support here, and you know has been acting as resistance, as you can see right here and here throughout the current daily pin bar. But I don't know if I can zoom in one more. If we look at this, we can see that this is what's really interesting. This is what really sort of swings the trade for me, and that's this quick move down here. Okay, it's been a quick move. There's been a bit of oscillating, as you know, a bit of cycling, I should say, as we've gone down. You can see there's a wick there. There's a wick there, a wick there, a wick there. So it's not just been a straight momentum move, such as like this one here, which is pretty quick. But nevertheless, should we break this high here, and let's say you entered a trade long here, there is a good chance that price, should it decide to go up, it won't encounter too many problems until we reach this area here. You see? And you see why that is? Support, support, support. So there's a good chance that, you know, and so, you know, if I'm to take this trade, I'll be looking to go long in this area here. Let's clean the chart. I'll be looking to go long. Let's clean this up a bit. We're looking to go long, roughly here, and I'd be looking to at least sort of initial take profit around about here. Okay, that's my sort of, you know, sweet zone or sweet sort of area. I don't know, you know, whatever you call it, but yeah. So, you know, I'll leave it at that for this video. It's running on a bit too much, but yeah, a very interesting pin bar, and you know, I'll go back to the daily and just show you the setup here again from a zoomed out perspective, and that's it there. So there's your pin bar. You know, fire up the charts, analyze it yourself, take notes, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. And remember, be picky, be profitable.